Hello, dear viewers. This is International Chess Coach Bhavesh Mishra from Premier's Academy, welcoming you all to the Team Unicorns YouTube channel. So we're back again with another exciting game analysis from the FIDE Candidates happening in Toronto, Canada from 3rd of April. So today we are going to analyze the game between Vidit Gujrathi and Gukesh D. So as we all know, there are three Indians participating in the FIDE Candidates, Pragnananda, Vidit and Gukesh, and all three have got good chances of qualifying for the getting the first place and challenging Ding Liren for the World Championship match. This round was very much important for Gukesh and Vidit because Gukesh lost the previous round from Alireza Firoza in a completely winning position, and Vidit gave his game against Abbasov Nisat. And this game was very much important for both the players, and the one who would have won would have gotten a chance to get back into the lead. And in this game, Gukesh went on to win the game with the black pieces, a very important win that made him the joint leader with Ian Nepomniachtchi after round number 8. And with still 6 rounds to go, still a lot of possibilities are there. But Gukesh has obviously increased the chances of winning the candidates and challenging Ding Liren. So let's move on to the game, guys. The game started with one e4. Very surprisingly, Vidit does not go for the move e4, but usually Vidit plays the d4 move order and goes for some Catalan type of opening. But in this game, Vidit went for the move e4. Gukesh replied with the normal preparation e5. White went knight f3, knight c6. We are into a e4 e5 opening Guico piano, bishop c4, and knight f6. And with it being a very solid and positional player, went for the move d3, which is very natural. And here exactly, I think with it got surprised with Gukesh preparation. I think this was Gukesh prep. Gukesh went for the move a6. I think this is very unusual at the top level, but still people have started playing this. Many grandmaster have started trying this line just to like confuse the opponent or have a change of move order maybe. But usually the main move here is bishop c5. White usually castles and black castles, and after c3 we almost enter the normal Guico piano variation, and usually black plays now a6, which is very much similar to what we're gonna see in the game. But in the game it's really interesting that on move number 4 immediately a6 was played. So here white castled as usual, and I think after castling, I think it is usually the black should have gone bishop c5, but here again Gukesh surprised with it with another interesting move, that is h6. I think it's a novelty. So far, it's not being played in any of the top grandmaster level games or any, I think, club level games also. And it's very rare that we see the side pawn, the rook pawns having moved, both the rook pawns having moved at so early stage of the game. And I think Vidit exactly here took a lot of time. And I think commonly Vidit should have played the move c3, and normally I think he should have gone for the normal Guico piano, but I think Vidit also started to change a bit. A4. Idea is to stop the idea of b5 and create a space for the c4 bishop. Now bishop c5 was played. White went for the move bishop e3, very natural, developing the bishop and trying to neutralize the c5 bishop. Black went d6. And to all the viewers, I would like to add that taking the bishop here is not right, because after that d captures on c5 and the d4 square is well and truly under the control for black. So for that reason, white did not take. White went knight d2, black castled, c3, very natural. And here usually white is trying to play the move d4, which is very natural. So I would like all the viewers to have a pause, try to think what's the best move for black here. I think all those who found out the move rook e8, very nice. This is the best move. And the idea is that after you go d4, Black can take, and then after bishop a7, the e4 pawn is usually weak in these lines, and white will find it hard to defend the e4 pawn and the d4 pawn at the same time. And black has a really good play. For that reason, I think Vidit did not play that move d4. Rather, after rook e8, Vidit went for b4. Very natural queenside expansion, forcing bishop e3, fe3, and black went bishop e6. Gukesh is playing very normal chess. It's an equal position. I would say not much chances. People think that game would end in a draw. To all the players, to all the viewers who are watching this video, I would like to add that an equal position is not a drawn position. Many people do believe that positions that are not complicated or positions that are simple are very much drawish in nature. But this game will give us an exact idea of how even an equal position without any kind of nasty threats can be really tough to defend, and with accurate positional play we can get advantages and convert that into a win. b5, the first step in wrong direction. I think Vidit got a little bit over ambitious. Vidit was half point behind Gukesh, and I think with the white pieces Vidit was very much eager to win, and I think this is the first step in the wrong direction, weakening of the dark color squares on c5, a5. Black went knight b8, very natural. Bishop e6, rook e6, preparing for d4 with queen c2 now. Black immediately gets the knight in the game to d7, targeting the c5 square. d4 was played, and now to all the viewers, please try to pause and try to find out the best move here. And guys, if you all find out this beautiful idea of queen e8, hats off to all of you. An excellent technical move, making sure that the queen on e8 could put pressure on the b5 pawn as well as on the e4 pawn. Now black is threatening to take the d4 pawn, and once he moves the d7 knight, the b5 pawn would also be under the attack. So now Vidit could feel that this b5 move has got somewhere wrong. The position is slightly weakened up. White double pawns are a bit of target now, and white position is slightly worse in this position. Vidit played rook a e1, but now once you start supporting the d4 pawn, you lose control of the a file. So these are little things that you need to pay attention and see how Grandmaster understands these things. And immediately now Gukesh shifts the plan. He takes on b5 and immediately puts the rook on a5, trying to target the b5 pawn, which is very natural. Now Gukesh understands that there's no point of attacking on the king side or in the center, because white pieces are very well placed or coordinated to protect the e4 pawn and have control of the center. So Gukesh immediately shifts the plan to the queen side. And this is what exactly grandmasters do. They understand the little weaknesses that are caused in the game, and based on those weaknesses they try to get the pieces into the game. c4, again very natural, queen a8 taking the whole control of that a file. h3 was played here. I think I really don't know what's the idea. No reason. I think white should have started improving the knight with knight b1, rook a2, queen to d3, and I think this was very natural. White should have tried this rook e8, knight c3, rook a3, and I think white is still doing a bit good here with improving the knight from d2 to c3. White could have done, or white could have improved his position, but with it wasted some moves, which is not at all good here. No reason, no idea. It's a dubious move. Rook e8, black starts improving the pieces. Still, with it still could have gone for the option of knight b1, which was very natural, and I think it should have been played immediately, because if you waste time in this kind of slow position, at some point you'll end up getting a very difficult position, and that's exactly what happened in the game. This could still have given white some chances, but Vidit did not do that. Vidit went king h2. I don't really know. I think Vidit was finding it really hard in this position to find a correct plan, and I think that's exactly where Vidit went wrong. b6, brilliant idea. Again, now from a8, the queen is putting pressure on the pawn on e4, as well as it's controlling the a file. So the whole game the best part of this whole game is the maneuvering of the queen in a very subtle way is what is really nice about this game. The way Gukesh handled the queen, the best piece of the board is being handled in the best way. So rook to f2 was played, with it still trying to defend the second rank, but Gukesh has clear penetration here with rook a2, queen d3, and after rook a3, Gukesh's position is really improved. Queen a4, and now the other rook can come to a8. Knight h4. This is slight desperation. Vidit understands that now the queen side is falling apart, so he really starts attack on the king side, but not much is happening. Gukesh understands that. Knight f5, and again, this is what is the difference between understanding a position and just playing with the flow. Pause yourself, guys. Try to think a bit and find out the best move here for black. So guys, if you all have found out the prophylactic move king f8, hats off. There is a principle in chess that says do not hurry. So whenever you have a good position, you should not try to force the things. You should try to make sure that you stop your opponent counterplay, and exactly what Gukesh is doing here with king f8. He stops any kind of knight h6 plan here, and after rook e f1, he already knows that his king is well placed. So he starts getting the counterplay with rook a1, queen d3, starts entering the game with queen b4. Idea is to get the other rook in the game. Vidit tries to trade a pair of rooks to simplify and goes for the move c5, which is slightly wrong. B takes e5, and yeah, I think queen c2 should have been played. Still was. Queen b5, knight b3, and black is still almost a pawn up and a very good position for black. But white went knight c4, which is totally wrong. Queen e1, threatening checkmate. Vidit went rook to e2. And after queen g1, king g3, knight h5 check, king h4, knight f6. It's almost leading to a mate. Vidit desperately goes for the move knight h6. But now, guys, you will be understanding that it's not a check, because Gukesh has already figured out this thing 5 moves back and played king f8 on that move. This is how prophylaxis helps us. Now, since it's not a check, it's not a forcing move. So black gets that extra time or that extra move to create the attack instead of taking that knight. Black plays queen h2, threatening queen g3 checkmate. Forced to stop it. Now the knight f5 is defending the g3 square. So Gukesh gets the f1 rook in the game to eliminate that knight. g4 was played, but not much is happening here. Rook f5, another brilliant combination. If you take the queen, g5 is a beautiful checkmate, guys. So it's really, really nice that you calculate these lines. And so with it takes with the e pawn, but then queen g3, king goes to g5, and after knight h7, Vidit has no way to stop the mate. He has to take the knight on h5, and after queen h3, it leads to a mate. A very interesting positional game that turned tactical. So one learning from this game, guys, that we should take: never ever think an equal position is a draw. Every position has to be played till the end, and we have to be very, very careful even in the most drawish, equalish positions. So with this, I hope you all will enjoy the video, will get the learnings from this game, and we're going to see you back with another interesting video coming soon shortly. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Have a nice day. See you soon.